Hey there, this is Jennifer Kellett, a health and fitness coach with Beachbody on Team Ignite Your Soul. And I wanted to share with you a little bit that I've learned about attraction marketing and about what to post on social media. On all my team calls, I like to start off with reading some scripture and tying it into what we do as coaches. So today's scripture comes from the Gospel of John, chapter 21, 1 through 14. It says, "Afterward, Jesus appeared again to his disciples by the Sea of Tiberias. It happened this way. Simon Peter, Thomas, Nathanael from Cana in Galilee, the sons of Zebedee, and 2 other disciples were together. 'I'm going out to fish,' Simon Peter told them, and they said, 'We'll go with you.' So they went out, got into the boat, but that night they caught nothing. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples did not realize that it was Jesus. He called out to them, 'Friends, haven't you any fish?' 'No,' they answered. And he said, 'Throw your net to the right side of the boat, and you'll find some.' When they did, they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. And then the disciple whom Jesus loved said to Peter, 'It is the Lord.' As soon as Simon Peter heard him say, 'It's the Lord,' he wrapped his outer garment around him, for he had taken it off, and he jumped into the water. The other disciples followed in the boat, towing the net full of fish, for they were not far from shore, only about 100 yards. When they landed, they saw a fire of burning coals there with fish on it and some bread. Jesus said to them, 'Bring some of the fish that you've just caught.' And Simon Peter climbed aboard and dragged the net ashore. It was full of large fish, 153 of them, but even with so many, the net was not torn. Jesus said to them, 'Come and have breakfast.' None of the disciples dared ask him, 'Who are you?' They knew it was the Lord. Jesus came, took the bread, and gave it to them, and did the same with the fish. And this was now the 3rd time Jesus appeared to his disciples after he was raised from the dead." We have probably all, if we have grown up in some kind of church setting, heard that passage probably. It's a familiar story, and one that we've probably heard in children's sermons, children's Bible stories. Night fishing. They were all out on the boat all night long, and they caught nothing. Imagine the looks on their faces, or maybe the frustration in their guts, when someone from the shore yells out, "Hey, haven't y'all caught anything?" I'm sure they're thinking what you and I would be thinking. They were fishermen. That was their gig. They knew how to fish. And this voice yells that they need to cast the net on the other side of the boat. My husband's a bass fisherman. He fishes tournaments 4+ times a week, and occasionally I'll fish a tournament with him. And bass fishing is about throwing the very correct bait at the right time of day in the very correct place and catching a fish. But this was not what they were doing. They weren't bass fishing. This was casting a huge honking net, and if a fish were there, it wouldn't have to decide to go into this net or to get this lure. They would just get caught. That's how you cast fish. What difference does it make to throw it on the other side of the boat just a few yards away? But they did. And they caught 153 fish in one pull. So many that the net should have been torn. And then he invited them to eat breakfast on the beach. The risen God having a fish cookout on the beach. Can you even imagine? Now, what does that have to do with your Beachbody business? Well, you might hear some things in the next few moments that are going to make you think, that is not what I have been doing, and that goes against what I thought I was using social media for or what I was posting in the past. But I'm telling you, trust me. And if you don't trust me, trust the sources that I got this information from. It's not only coming from elite coaches and top 10 coaches in this company, it also comes from celebrity trainers themselves. My girl crush, Chalene Johnson, is one of them. But seriously, if anybody knows anything about network marketing and attraction marketing, it is her. So get a notebook, grab a pen, and write this down so you can implement it. Don't spend the night fishing and catch nothing when you could trust these sources and implement this new strategy for your business that will help you get closer to your vision. Because I am doing everything so that I can get home to my babies. But that's another story. Down to business. Attraction marketing. What is it? Basically, this. Instead of selling a product like typical marketing is done in the past, where the emphasis is on the product, Like if you sell Clorox, you're emphasizing Clorox. Attraction marketing is where the accent no longer falls on the merchandise or the company itself. The attraction marketing is going to put the emphasis on the person selling the product. So instead of trying to get someone convinced in a product, you're in effect getting them to trust you as someone who guides them toward results. And the best way to do attraction marketing is to give away free and valuable content while you build relationships based on trust. In essence, people don't have to understand the ins and outs of Beachbody. They just have to know and trust you and see you sharing your story so that they have a goal and that you can help them reach their goals. Attraction marketing has to be attractive. And I'm not talking about the tall, long-legged, blonde-haired, blue-eyed attractive. I'm not talking about a blue-eyed, six-pack abs, manly beard kind of attractive. Attractive in a sense that you're providing your network with something that other people can't. There are a zillion Beachbody coaches out there. How can your market get something from you that they can't get from one of these other million Team Beachbody coaches? So here we go, pen and paper. The 80-20 rule. The most valuable thing that you can use in your media posts on social media, Facebook, Instagram, whatever platform you're using, the most important, valuable thing that you can use is this. You. You are the main ingredient in the equation. Don't feel like you have to be stuck in the coach drain where you feel like you have to post gym and food pictures 3 times a day. Don't feel like you need to post a picture of your shake every morning. Don't feel like you have to post anything in particular. Think about it like this. If you could write down 5 things, number 1 through 5 on your piece of paper, and put health and fitness as one of them, and then fill the other 4 blanks with things that you're passionate about, things that you love. Maybe it's family, maybe it's running, maybe it's Mexican food, knitting or scrapbooking or whatever it is that you're interested in that makes you you. What are 4 other things in that equation? Take some time to write those things down. Now, you should have a list of 5 things. Health and fitness is one of them, but there's 4 other things that make you you. That's what you post about, and there's your percentages. Post about the things that you love, health and fitness being one of them, but it's only about 20% of you. There's your niche. Your vibe is going to attract your tribe. So when you start growing your teams and adding coaches to your network who believe in a vision and who want to do what you're doing, you're going to want to attract people that are like you and have similar goals as you. You're not going to want to attract some randoms that don't have anything in common with your life, because it would be very hard to coach someone like that. You're going to want people on your team that are like you, who want the same things that you want. So start living your life on social media and not pretending to be someone else, because you're probably going to attract someone else if you do that. Here we go. Top tips from Chalene Johnson. Number 1 is, what is your goal when you post? Don't post just because it's time to post or because you have to post today. Be goal-oriented. Your post should have a goal to accomplish, to connect your network to you and to build a relationship based on trust. That should be the goal of any post. Number 2, destination. Every post should have a destination. If you're posting on Instagram, your destination is to bring them over to Facebook. If you're posting on your like page, you're trying to bring them over to your personal page. If you're posting on your personal page, you want to bring them over into a personal relationship over Messenger or email or whatever avenue you use to connect with people. But everything should have a destination. Number 3 is formula. The more people comment on your posts, the more people see your posts. Likes don't have the same effect. Even loves don't have the same effect. Try to get people to comment on your post. If you're posting 3 to 5 times a day at different times, that's going to help, because only 7 to 10% of people see what you're posting, and that number will grow as you get more followers and as you have more comments on your page. So make sure that's your goal, is to get comments. Number 4 is scheduling. When is the best time for you to post? Look through your recent ones and see where you get the most action. Take note of when you get the most comments and then calendar it. If it's 7 o'clock in the morning, because that's when people are getting ready for work, if that's your tribe and your network is working people, you're going to want to post before 8 o'clock. If your people are late night owls, you're going to want to post late at night because that's when people are scrolling through their phone, sitting on their couch watching Netflix. Just know when your hot times for posting are. For me, Sunday nights are perfect for call to action before and after photos. People have been partying, being lazy, eating like crap all weekend. They're scrolling through Facebook, feeling sorry for themselves. I don't know. And bam, before and after photo. That is huge on a Sunday night. Don't post something really, really amazing on the middle of the day on a Saturday. Yes, post on a Saturday, but don't put something that's like gut-wrenching and amazing on a Saturday afternoon. It's not going to get a lot of traction. Ultimately, don't take time off from posting. If you've been posting and gaining comments and that number of people that's seeing your post is growing, Facebook knows if you take a dip out for a few days and that number comes crawling right back down. So don't waste all your hard-earned time that you've spent posting by just dipping out, taking a vacation from Facebook. Make sure you keep up. If you're doing 3 times a day every day, keep it up. You want that number to grow, not decrease. Sharing consistently equals coach credibility. If someone sees you posting about your health and fitness and just posting, and then you just completely fall off the map, there went your credibility as a coach. That's just the reality of it. Number 5, she says, create. Posts are good. Words are good, okay? Pictures are better. Obviously, you know when you're scrolling through your phone, you're going to stop and look at a picture. Videos are even better. They're great. Not just the links to a YouTube video, but an actual video inserted through Facebook. But live video is amazing. That gets way more traction than any other kind of post. So once you get comfortable using live video, using video at all, try to shoot for 3 times a week using video and see how your business grows. And the last one is where we get into the good stuff. Content. Here is just a bullet list of things that you can use to post, and these are awesome ideas that I've already implemented in my business. The first one is resource or tool. These are where you're sharing tips, articles, recipes, things that are going to provide people with ideas, hacks, different things that you can give them that are going to build your business because you're providing something free and of value to them. Entertaining posts, videos. I post a lot of things that my kids say or funny pictures of my kids and talk about what they did that day or what they're saying. And if funny works for you, use funny. That's huge. Pedestal, recognition being our 4th vital behavior in this business. People love recognition. Give shout outs to people on Facebook, and they don't have to be people that are coaches or are your challengers. You can give a shout out to your best friend because they're an awesome friend. You can give a shout out to somebody you work with because they're a great teammate or a great employee. People see too much negativity, and when they see something encouraging and positive like a recognition post, it's awesome. So people love to be shouted out. Use recognition as a way to post weekly. Question or poll. This is huge. This is going to pump your comments up big time. If you pose a question that cannot be answered with just the like button, you're going to get comments. So, which outfit do you like better? Take a picture of yourself in 2 different outfits and post which one should I wear for my date with my husband, or which outfit should I send my child in to school on their first day. You can't like that and that be an answer. So people are going to comment on it. I did a post a couple days ago about what kind of makeup do you wear when you're over 30? What kind of eye makeup do you wear? Oh my gosh, people ate that up. I did a post about having an extra sock in the laundry. I have 63 socks at home, y'all, that don't have a match. I don't know where those go, but I made a post about it, and oh my gosh, people just eat it up. So when you post something that's a question or a poll, you're going to get a lot of comments, which is huge. One thing that I try to stay away from, but it works for some people, is controversial subjects. You have to be really careful here, because if you're going to post something controversial, just know that you're going to have to be able to take the heat about it. So if you're going to alienate half of your audience, just know that you're alienating half of your audience. So be careful with that one, or just know the ramifications of doing so. The next one's upswing. Okay, let's be real. Everybody has crappy days. Everybody. Not everybody's day is a silver lining day every single time. But if you do post something negative or some kind of rant, have an upswing of a positive note at the end. Shailene says, turn your mess into a message. So if you're going to post something negative, that's fine, because we all need to share our shit. But have an upswing to it, so that this is what I learned from that, or this is what I've chosen not to do next time this happens, or however you want to upswing it. People have enough negativity on their news feed, believe me. You don't need to add to it. The next one is how to save time and money. Oh my gosh, I'm a thrifter. I love ways to save time and money. So post if you have a good deal. If you found some great sippy cups on sale at Walmart, share about it. If you found a great way to shred your chicken quicker by using a food processor instead of 2 forks, share about it. And that way, when you're sharing constantly about how to save time and money, it's not so awkward when you post about a challenge pack that's on sale, because people already know you as a thrifty person that wants to help them save time or money. That's an awesome deal. Motivational posts. Our news feed, like I said, are filled with BS, political complaints, rants, blah, blah, blah. It's just like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah. Sometimes you're going to be the only PD that somebody else reads. If you think about it like that, it just makes you want to post something positive. When you see all of just the horrible things that you see on the news and all the things you see on your news feed, be a voice of positive in the world. That's a huge thing, and people will get used to it. If you start that and then you skip a day, they're like, where's my little motivational Monday morning post? Hello. Be motivational, be positive. FAQ. I've never done this, but Shailene says that you can do a Q&A. Let's say you just have a post that you've got 15 minutes before your flight takes off for this place, or you're 20 minutes early for your kid's dentist appointment or whatever, and you've got 20 minutes to answer any question they pose. I would have to be careful with this one, because I do have some immature friends that would try to throw me under the bus or make me feel stupid here. But so if you just know your audience, but that's kind of a cool idea to kind of just put yourself out there and be like, ask me anything. Here I am. Gratitude. This is awesome. Gratitude. Share a reason that you're thankful. And at the end, not just do your reason that you're thankful, but ask for them to share in the comments. Make a call to action. What are you thankful for today? Shailene does that on Sundays. She hashtags it Grateful Sunday. That's a really cool idea. Gratitude. That's huge. This is who I am post. Be you. You can use content from other coaches, but don't just copy and paste. A lot of people have the same friends in common. If I did that with my coach's post, she lives in LA. I live in small town northeastern North Carolina. Do you think we talk the same way? Definitely not. I've got to filter what I'm using. Even if I do use some of her content, I've got to filter it through my podunk North Carolina accent, because I want people to know that that's me talking. I'm not just copy and pasting from somebody. And the last one, she says, is an inviting post. And I think people do this a lot when they first start coaching, is they send a lot of, I'm starting a challenge group, join my challenge group, do this, do a challenge pack, whatever. But don't forget, once you do start sharing your life and only using, the health and fitness thing 20% of the time, you still need to invite. Do a call to action post for a challenge group or to whatever free group you've got going on, and invite people, because you might have some people that jump on the bandwagon that way. Other tips that she gave is recycling your posts. You can reuse your posts from a month or two back. I change things around, change the photo, do it at a different time of day, but you can reuse. If you had something that had really great content or really great action on your post from a couple months ago, don't feel like you have to always come up with something amazing every single day, 3 to 5 times a day. If only 7% of people really saw it then and you've got more people seeing it now, go for it. Reuse something. Make sure your first line grabs attention. That is huge. If you're scrolling through a bunch of stuff, you've got just a couple seconds to get my attention. So that first line has got to really grab people's attention. Break it up. If you're into using long paragraphs and you talk a lot like I do, break it up 2 to 3 lines at a time and then space down some. Use emojis, use all caps, somehow so that it doesn't just look like one big pile of text, because people get lost in words and they stop reading. Videos. Keep your videos short and sweet, unlike this one that's incredibly long. 80% of people stop watching video after the first 3 seconds. That's not good odds. So if you keep your videos to a minimum 3 to 5 minutes, and keep it really snappy at the beginning, don't just be in a lull when you start talking. Catch their attention right off the bat and keep it short and sweet. Don't use Googled images of Beachbody products and motivational quotes. While you can do that, that's not you. And that's not what your followers are trying to trust in. They want to see your face. I was never, ever a selfie person before I started as a health and fitness coach. I'm pretty sure I never took a selfie. But if you're going to really invest yourself in this business, people need to see your eyeballs and they need to see you behind the quotes. So use your pictures with words on them, with apps like Adobe Spark Post. I use that a lot. PicPlay Post, Photo Collage, Font Candy, After Photo. There's a ton of free apps out there that you can put on your phone and just fancy up a picture of you and make your own, so it's not something that you just Google searched. That only emphasizes the best part of your business, which is you. Okay, I'm pretty much done with the list. So the question is, are you ready to cast your net on the other side of the boat? I am. I have almost 4 children. I have 3 and 1 on the way that need to spend more time with their mom. And I'm ready to rock this and help more people and create a life of financial freedom and freedom of time. So put the nets on the other side of the boat. Trust the people that have gone before you and made a huge impact and a huge fortune for themselves and created an amazing life, and follow in their footsteps. Let's do this. Have a great day, guys.